ready?
Yeah. So you, brother, you got it.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites coming again. You know, to prophesy the downfall of so-called America, Babylon the Great. You know, without further ado, when I open up and give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honor to hit apostles of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And hey man, we're just gonna go in the spirit, you know, see where the spirit takes us. You know? But hey man, hey, all hell, you know, it's getting ready to break loose. You know? And so-called America, you know, Babylon the Great, man, is getting ready to go down. Right? You know, and that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, well basically, you know, Yahweh Shai, you know, when he comes back with a host of angels, and man, he's gonna go to work on so-called America, Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna beam up his elect, you know, and after that, after he beams up his elect, you know, and man, he's gonna destroy so-called America, Babylon the Great.
Well, it's gonna be simultaneously.
Yeah, come. Oh yeah, brother, can I get up?
You want that one?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. And the subheading says, the coming of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but we know he's sending his son.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for behold, the day cometh, thou shalt burn as an oven.
That's right. Hey,
And, go ahead.
what's like it?
No,
You know,
no.
hey, one more time, brother.
It says, for behold, the day cometh, thou shalt burn as an oven.
That's right. You know, and you know, it's getting ready to burn as an oven. You know, and you know, and what's gonna make so-called America burn as an oven? You know, the nuclear missiles, right?
Yep. And chariots.
Yep, and the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's right.
Keep going.
Yeah.
It says again, for the day, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
That's right. All the proud, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. You know, everybody, that's all you see in so-called America. You know, everybody's doing wickedness, and that's all you see is number wickedness, man. You know, men want to be with a man, and woman want to be with a woman.
Okay.
You know, man, that's completely out of order, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord is going to judge you for that.
Right. The men, they want to go after another man's wife.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, these women are loose. You know, just doing all kinds of fuckery, man.
That's right. Come.
It says, and that day that cometh shall burn them up,
That's right.
saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts.
That's right. It's going to burn them up. You know, and you're not going to be able to call a fire truck, you know, to put it out.
No. That's why it says the Lord of hosts, Lord of armies. Man.
That's right. Yeah,
And the Lord has many armies.
That's right.
Okay, but hey, his chief military is going to be the missiles, man.
That's right.
And the
Yeah.
chariots.
Yeah.
I got a quick brief.
Count, man.
This is Amos 9 and 10. It says, all the sinners of my people
That's right.
shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
That's right. And all the sinners of my people, you know, and who's the Lord's people? The Israelites. You
So-called
know?
blacks, man.
Yeah. You know, and hey, you know, basically, it just says, read it one more time, brother.
This is Amos chapter 9 and 10, and it reads, all the sinners of my people
That's right.
shall die by the sword.
That's right. You know, and that's basically what the brothers got done saying. You know, you Negroes, you know, you Black, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? You know, yeah, chiefly.
Right,
You know?
we know Israel look like everybody and everybody too. You know?
Yeah.
The scripture says, but thy bucket shall be in many waters.
That's right.
Hey, Jake like to get it in, man.
That's right.
So they're gonna come looking like anything.
That's right. Well, yeah, man. Hey, you know, hey, you 2/3, man. Hey, you don't know what you're getting yourself involved in. You know, you got one brother like that.
Yeah. So Luke chapter 12, verse 49.
Con.
I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled?
That's right. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is coming to send fire on the earth, and that's what He's getting ready to do. You know, like me and the brothers got done doing a short lesson. You know, but in the time of Noah, you know, they were eating and drinking until the flood came and took them all the way, right? But and this time, which is the second death, is going to be reserved unto fire. The Lord. You read that one more time, brother?
Yeah, it says Luke chapter 12, verse 49. It's like it, I am come to send fire on the earth,
That's right.
and what will I if it already be kindled?
That's right. So the Lord is coming to send fire on the earth, right?
Yeah, and that fire is gonna begin. Oh, go ahead, brother. You want to add to it?
Yeah, can I add to it?
Come, brother. Yeah, come, brother.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it says, and if it already be kindled,
Right.
which are going to be the race wars
Yeah.
right? The
Troubles.
famine and race war. So things are already going to be kindled through societal collapse,
Yeah.
right?
God.
Yeah, you got the race wars, the gender wars, all of the wars, and then you got the mandatory implementation, okay, the MOTB. All these things going to be at their full height, man.
That's right.
You know, the people are going to be in a position of straits, man. It's going to be a horrible time.
God.
I got another quick
Come on,
one.
brother.
Right, because that economic breakthrough is going to be what's happening in Iran right now, right? And it raised up the people to come against it. Then they're even unaliving their own citizens because they're protesting about the thing. Because you're the one who's in charge of the money, and there's a thing in the world they tell you about messing over the church's money,
Right.
right? And then each place is similar to being a congregation. It's for people. You're messing over the money that's meant to be for the people,
God.
and you did that all in the name of really. It's really because they're about to get ready to bring in the MOTB in.
Oh, yeah.
So each economy in each society has to collapse because look how good Russia's doing. Russia's been doing well, but even Russia's money, so-called, is weak. They say China's money is weak. So somehow every country on the planet, their money is weak and on the verge of collapse. But everyone is talking about digital ID, digital dollars.
God.
So this is a thing where the Lord said He's going to try the world.
Right? Because it's going to be a great reset. And they're all involved.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I could just add to what he was saying, the reason why everybody's currency is doing what it's doing is because they're all tied to the American currency. No matter how this separation is happening, until a full separation would take place, Chinese currency, China owns more of the American bonds than anywhere else.
No, they're actually
dumping them, but nobody owns
Japan
more of
does.
them.
Japan now.
Okay, well,
It's
yeah,
changed.
But yeah, nevertheless, all of those economies, including the Russian economy, they're all tied to the American dollar.
I think it's Japan, and then I think it's someplace in Africa that's second, and then I think China's third now.
Yeah, well, China's been dumping them because at one point they were the highest as far as they're dealing with that. But they're beginning to dump it because you do have some of these nations trying to switch over to the BRICS.
But they're all in cahoots, though. The whole thing
yeah.
about that is that's all a diversion, bro. You think that they're doing, but it's each country is going to dump their to bring in the hour of temptation, right?
They're all involved.
Yeah, because it all has to happen in order for that, to
try the
lose
world.
its currency.
Because if the Lord going to try the world, it can't be one part of the world saying we ain't with it, and the other part's doing it. It has to be the entire world.
See, that goes to show you who's really behind it. The banking families.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They control it. They control the money.
Everything.
They control the wars. Everything.
Well, that's why he said, with Monshiro Bauer, he said, I care not who makes the laws,
right?
But what did it say? Control. Who can longest control the money, currency, right?
Currency, yep.
So there you go. They control the currency, right?
Brother.
You got a precept, brother?
It kind of goes along because as we stated, the judgment's coming, and the judgment begins with us first. You know what I mean? So this is 1 Peter 4:17, and it reads, "For the time has come, the judgment must begin at the house of the Most High."
That's right.
And what's that house of the Most High?
The Israelites.
Israel.
That's right.
The house of Israel.
That's right.
All 12 tribes.
That's right.
And if it first begin with us, and judgment begins with those he loves.
That's right.
So what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
See, and it's really going to begin with those that know they're Israelites.
Yeah.
Because too much is given, much more is required.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
Hey, go back to
That brother still got a little bit more.
No.
Oh, you want
I got a
to?
little bit more. You want me to keep?
Oh, you still go? Oh, that brother didn't finish. Salak, yeah.
Okay. No.
It's like your brother.
No, so it's good. No, that's good with the brother brought up. It says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straightened till it be accomplished?
Right.
But
Yeah. You had to go. Oh, you got it, brother?
You got it, brother.
Well, let that brother break down. He brought it up.
It come.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, everything has to be accomplished, because the Lord can't take on his because he got his glory, but his ultimate glory actually ruling the entire world.
Right.
He can't do it till all these things be accomplished, until the whole world be in straits.
Well,
So until you have the hour of temptation.
But he had to go upon that cross. Man. Yeah, he had to go
Yeah.
upon that
A
cross.
difficult place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go on the cross, and then everybody has to go through their difficultness
Yeah.
in order for him to take full glory. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause that
he had
blood-
to be in straight. Yeah, he had the
blood had to be shed.
Yeah, his blood had to be shed.
Yeah.
He had to go through the being a Gethsemane,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To sweat
Yep.
sweat the blood throughout to feel that pressure. All that had to happen, right? Because it's all
Yeah, because
foretold.
because without blood, there's no remission of sins.
Sin, right.
So his blood had to be shed for the nation of Israel,
That's right.
which begins with the elect, though.
That's
Correct.
right.
Yeah, brother, you got more, brother, on that? So,
Just suppose, I can keep going. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace.
now-
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. Suppose ye that I come to bring peace on earth.
Yeah,
That's right.
I tell ye nay, but rather division.
division.
God.
Go ahead, can you speak on that?
You got it, brother.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what's happening right now between right now NATO is about to come against America because they're talking about
Yeah.
taking over Greenland.
They're saying to be divided. That
Yeah,
house
yeah, yeah.
How can a house stand?
Yeah, so NATO's speaking about coming against America because of Greenland. Then you got the United States citizens coming up against their own country, against the ICE agent being able to shoot the lake. And then this guy saying, the Vice President, J.D. Vance, saying that this guy has immunity to just kill you.
Damn.
Right? And
It'll
then
get
the
worse.
whole thing, yeah, everything's getting worse
Yeah.
because then you have this, they're able to go down into another country and grab up a president. But then they come to find out, this ain't the first time they did that. They did that in, where's that place that's right next to the Panama Canal? Is it Nicaragua?
Nicaragua?
Nicaragua? Yeah, they did it to the Nicaragua president back in the 80s. Come to find out. So this is not the first time they've kidnapped a president.
Yeah, it shows you who the devil is.
Yeah.
Right.
The hammer of the earth, man.
That's right.
Nobody coming against them. I mean, yeah, they're speaking words.
Right.
But hey,
It's all part of the program.
The gloves finally going to come off at some point. You know?
Right.
And I think what goes along with what you were saying, if I may, just
Yeah,
real
brother.
quick,
Come.
is that in the past when they did it, they always came up with an excuse that sounded acceptable. He's doing this or that to his people. He's bombing his own people. He's murdering it. So we need to go in. Now, what they do, they're no longer trying to come at you, placate you with rationalization. They're just, hey, we're going. It's drug dealers.
They're not falling for the banana and the tail.
Right. Nobody, because after Bush, everybody kind of stopped accepting that weapons of mass destruction.
Right.
But the whole world is still saying, where are those, weapons of mass destruction?
Can I add something to that too? Can I add something to that?
Come.
Also, we got the Urim and the Thummim now. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Right?
The
And then
unicorn,
we got the Urim and the Thummim now, and because of that, people, the veil is taking off. People are not falling. People are doing geopolitical background. Because matter of fact, we're getting most of the real news. You're getting it from independent news people, and they're doing. These are just regular citizens doing their due diligence, giving you the real news.
Right.
Right. So people are actually searching, doing geopolitical studies. So now you can't just say, oh, there's this place over here and we're doing this. Back in the day, a lot of people didn't know nothing. They just what it says, the simple believed every word.
Right.
But a lot of people, it's not as simple because one thing is the Urim and the Thummim.
Like, I got a precept to back that up because it's part of prophecy. Isaiah 25:7, it says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. You got it, bro.
Okay.
Not for you.
Because was it Daniel says knowledge shall increase.
Knowledge shall increase.
And this is the time that knowledge is increasing. This is basically being the Urim and the Thummim. You have the computer in your hand, and now it's destroying that covering cast. Starting with the apostles, right? Starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab, and Apostle Rakah, right? That all started then, right? And once the truth got on through the unicorn, through the internet, doing the heavy lifting, you know, everybody else is basically following suit. Even the average, you know, so-called Christians, it's forcing them to study.
Yeah,
everybody have to study now.
The blindfolds are coming off their eyes, man.
Right.
They're seeing who the devil is.
Is there one that talk about the lifting the scales?
Yeah.
Scales of the eyes?
Yeah. Huh?
Well, yeah,
Right.
Hey, you know.
No.
Can I get that one, brother?
You want that? That brother's still. Are you done, brother?
No, go ahead. I was looking for.
We done with that one though? You brought up. That was it. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't finish Malachi yet.
Okay.
I'll finish. I'll start from the top again. It says, "For behold, the day comes." Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh, thou shalt burn as an oven,
That's right.
and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, which saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshua host,
That's right.
and it shall leave them neither root, seed, nor branch."
I don't want anybody to think I'm being, but that dude comes up every rip and then he'll interrupt what we're teaching. For years he's been doing it and he's never chose this. He just wants to come in, pretend like he doesn't see men, and then do his thing, and then, you know.
Just bullshit.
Yeah, just bullshit, and then just, you know, not, you know, hey, those 2026.
Yeah.
Enough said. That's a lot.
You all right, brother?
Yes, he goes, you don't need a root nor branch, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of twofold, you know,
Yeah.
because, you know, we know that the Israelites that get burned up on this side, man,
That's right.
they're going to come back to the loins of another man.
Do the root made holy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, once the Most High transforms those elect, that root will then be holy, and anything that springs from that
Yeah.
will also be righteous.
Yeah, nutsack Israelites.
That's right.
They're not going to get to forward. No, they're not going to get to forward their own lineage, man.
That's
I mean, eventually they will in the kingdom.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to come back through, you know, a righteous seed.
That's right.
Right.
And then as well, hey man, this place gonna be all burned up, man.
That's right.
Once that fire burns itself out, it's gonna get, ain't gonna be nothing here but wild creatures and the desert animals.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
that's it.
Yeah, you know, and basically, you know, hey man, you know, like brothers got done saying, you know, but like so-called America, you know, it's getting ready to be a wilderness. And that's why you're gonna, as soon as that fire die itself out, that's why it's gonna be here. You know, it's nothing but desert creatures, the vultures and stuff like that, man. You know, but hey man, like so-called America, you know, it's completely out of order. You know, but hey man, it has to go. You know. Boy, what was I at?
Anybody got something? I can wait. Brother wanted scripture. You got something?
Well, I got what he just asked me to get out, so
Okay.
you want me to
Which
bring
one
that out
first?
now?
Yeah.
You want this one first?
Yeah.
You got something, brother? Okay. Second Edges chapter 16 and verse 13.
That's right.
And it says, "For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow.
That's right.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. When they began to be shot into the ends of the world."
And man, them arrows, they gonna hit their every target, you know, and they're not gonna miss, you know. And the arrows, those are the Lord's, the missiles, you know, those are the Lord's armies, you know. They're gonna hit their every target, you know.
It says it's sharp, man. Meaning, you know, like just I know it's kind of a carnal analogy, but like a basketball player, sharpshooter, you know what I'm saying?
Sharpshooter, yeah, brother,
He hardly misses, but hey, these missiles are not gonna miss.
Hey, you know, people gonna be trying to get away, but you're not gonna be able to escape, you know. But hey, man, it's gonna be like a lot of yelling, a lot of hollering,
A lot of screaming.
you know. But hey, man, but you know, hey, man, these missiles is gonna hit their every target,
Right.
you know, man. Hey, it's
And
gotta go, man.
And it says to the ends of the world. Where's the ends of the world at? By so-called America.
That's right.
Okay, once known as what, the fourth part of the world? Okay, the ends of the world. That's right here, man.
That's right.
That's where that brutal destruction is going to take place.
That's right.
Brutal judgment.
Preach
Right.
that.
Yeah, brother. Like that.
This is Joel 2:7. It says, "They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the walls like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks."
It's not gonna be no escape. You know, it's not gonna be nowhere to go, man. You know.
All of them.
Yeah, they can go exactly where they need
Yeah,
to go. Man.
all of them have an assigned destination assigned to them by the Heavenly Father.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not through the will of men, but the Most High assigned these destinations. And all these destinations, and just, man, we're seeing now too that, you know, the allies are beginning to hate. These shall hate the more.
That's right.
We're beginning to witness that, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And when he steps into that Greenland situation, we're definitely, because they really don't care about any of the so-called brown nations. But now that he's coming up against his own, and that's that iron and miry clay,
Yeah, they can't get along.
Mm-mm.
Differences.
Yeah. Never going to be together like they were in the legs,
50s. Yeah, the happy days. Fonzie.
When you look at the statue, the legs of iron,
Oh, yeah.
when it was just Rome, you know what I mean, and its vassals,
It was all
they were
Edom.
right,
They were
right,
all
and they
Edom.
were, you know what I mean. But and the feet and miry clay is Rome, and the other nations. But now they're never going to actually ever come together like that again.
Well, I just read it. The Lord shall bring division. So we're at the time that the Lord's bringing division to this place, man. Right? I got one real quick.
Back that
If
up.
I can, it says
Got some brother.
it says let's start at let me start at 13. It says Jeremiah 50 and 13, because of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
You got it, brother. I'm looking for something.
Okay,
You got it.
okay, go ahead. Okay, yeah, it's basically, the part of the plagues is what? Economic collapse, the tyranny of society, and what is it called? The moral standard of the people. Then ultimately, what the government basically bringing in draconian measures, which is going to have people rise up, and then ultimately the ICBM missiles, once they implement that mark of the beast, is going to be the plagues or the missiles.
Hey, can
right?
I add real quick? Just the video we watched earlier, as far as the man saying when the military is used to police the people, it's become a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
So America is now a third world nation because the military is who is policing the people throughout all of these cities, and that's why you just had these murders, for lack of a better rate, through the hands of these federal agents.
Put this says 14, says Jeremiah 15 and 14. This is the point. It says put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bendeth the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakodash.
That's right. Read it one more time, brother. One more time.
Oh, come. It says, put yourselves in array, Jeremiah 50 and 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bendeth the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakodash.
That's right.
You gonna unload the clip?
I was just about to say that, brother.
You unload the clip, man.
Yeah, you unload the clip, and hey, and
Said reload and empty it again.
Yeah.
God, brother, God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, they about to, because was it China spoke about Salakia?
You got it, brother. You got it.
Okay, Salakia. But yeah, China said that they have a hydrogen. They have it's called the 61. So they got 60 missiles and one hydrogen bomb and one missile. So once it gets shot, it's called the 61. So it's going to shoot 60 missiles
Breaks
plus
off.
a hydrogen within it. And they said they're the only one in the planet that has that. So when they talk about unleashing it, everyone,
No wonder the apostle said I saw 200 million.
Yeah, 200 million, yeah.
200 million warheads, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's just one word. That's just one that had 60 in it. So
Yeah,
each
it's
one
of
has
their arsenal. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
each
just
one has-
nation.
Yeah, that's just one nation.
Yeah, and that's not even an ally. Well, they are, but they're not considered an ally. They're considered a
Foe, yeah.
combatant.
Yeah, and I got one. And we got one for it's for anybody who wants it. This is proof what we were just saying. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 42. I'm gonna try to get to the point.
Okay.
And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Anybody want it?
Yeah.
But-
Hey, so
Yeah, go ahead.
but just again, like just going back to what we were saying, the it's at one time Rome was a mighty nation that basically had many vassal states, but they all came under the authority of Rome, and they all the same thing that's coming back now. You either comply, you get down or lay down.
Yeah.
And as America getting back into its natural state, it's coming back into that mentality: get down or lay down.
Yeah.
But this time, these other nations now they have the capability. They're beginning to get rid of their plowing equipment, their farming equipment, and upgrade their military.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Get their weapons of mass destruction up.
Okay.
And this is why it'll never happen like it once was.
Yeah, they disagree pretty much on everything.
Everything,
Right. I'll keep going to one more verse. It says, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they should not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Yeah, and that's one great reason for that is when America is involved, only its interest is what they're considering. They don't give a shit about what your interests are, foe, friend, whatever.
Right.
Your interest, your concerns. Just like when we had a problem with Russia, what did we make Europe do? We made them shut down their energy system that was cheap, inexpensive, and kept them going to come away from what we considered an enemy. We didn't give a damn about whatever happened with them and how they had to, take care of their people.
Right.
And that's the mentality.
Well, they did. They did have a concern because they said buy it from me, but it's more expensive.
Right, yeah.
It's a lot more expensive. So they thought about it. It came at a price.
Yeah.
As far as because what do they call it in the military? It's called blowback. Right now, people they're upset with America. Now they have this thing where they adored America, but now because of this, it's called blowback. Now they're upset with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of that. I'm sorry. I just was saying, but that blowback comes in the form of its people, angry because now, you might have paid $50 a month for energy. Now you're paying $150, $200 just to heat your home, to move your vehicle, things of that nature. You know what I mean? And basically, hey, oh well,
Yeah, because it said they were going to mingle themselves with the seed of men,
Right.
when it just means, it says another translation says they're going to marry themselves, they're intermarry themselves, is because they take on these nations, for instance, like Turkey. Turkey ain't down with what so-called America's doing. Ultimately, they're going to turn.
Yeah, because they're like. They're hybrid type, right? Like there's Esau, but then there's actual call them, and then they actually take on that the Islam mentality more than they take on Edomite thing because of what their religion, their how do you call it? Their belief system. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
Yeah, because their belief system is different under Islam.
Yeah, so ultimately,
they see more of that old ancient world mentality, especially be it through the scriptures, man.
Yeah,
because they're
go ahead, brother.
because what's his name? The Prophet Muhammad, so-called.
Elijah Muhammad.
He followed the Israelites, copied a lot of the Israel. So they're more into some of the things that that were done during the ancient times. So they understand that. So this whole modern, they ain't gonna see it fit for them to come in, and now a woman can say what she want to do. She can, take off her little veil, the one she's supposed to cover, and then they see that now in some of those countries where those women are being rebellious.
Yeah, blatant disrespect.
So they join.
So they ain't with that.
They join themselves to Turkey, and Turkey ultimately, Ezekiel 38 says they're gonna attach themselves with Russia.
Right.
You see.
And too, when you look at that as well, Esau used a lot of the old school ways, those marriages, to take control of these other nations.
Right.
You know what I mean? When they get these marriages, these arranged marriages, at the top, the leadership actually just would become Edomites. In the same way Jake is in every land, so is Esau.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The
so like
border of wickedness.
Right,
Everywhere
right. When
they
you
go.
look at that royal the so-called Saudi royal family, they not of that. They're
not Ishmael.
no.
Esau.
That's Esau.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all throughout the world, when you look at the so-called leadership of the world, those are
lot of
mostly
money,
Idumeans, man.
Right,
You know?
Yeah, because that's the same thing that they said
A lot of those
about
sheiks.
Gad.
A lot
Yeah.
of those sheiks.
Yeah.
That's the same thing they said about Gad over here.
Yeah.
How they got most of the land, how
$5.
they got it to rule. They was intermarrying, how they got a lot of the land.
Yeah.
And it was all by deceit. Marrying and intermarrying and then buying the land or selling it to their thing because they know that they're Edomites.
Yeah.
And that's how all of a sudden they got America, and now, you know, it was manifest destiny.
Hey, and that goes all the way down to the casinos.
Right.
Because those aren't the true Gadites that are running and
The
owning
casinos,
them casinos.
right.
Again, Esau is always, you know, he's
Find a way to
he's
get in there
evil,
and get
man.
more, yeah.
Right.
Get the
And-
money,
yeah.
get the benefits. Yeah.
When they were giving away land, what I'm $5 Indian. Here's $5. Get your ass out of here, dude. You
Yeah,
know?
even the way how they determine how what percentage you are,
Yeah.
it's like messed up. It goes back to us being like how you know how Israel they didn't have they didn't have a list to say who was in Israel. They didn't have a registry. The same thing with that. What they did is through slavery, they put some of the Gadites under slaves, and now they don't have a registry. So when you come and try to do, you're not enough Indian because now you're not in the registry.
That's right.
So they just disowned, basically just moved you
Weren't
from
they
your
one
heritage,
time
and they took it.
Buying,
so they can,
they were buying that?
yeah, they're buying it. Yeah, $5 Indians.
Yeah, $5.
Yeah, they were buying it, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
You know, talking about $5 going a long way, man. you
Damn.
taking
Yeah,
whole other people's
to the point that they're getting they're receiving the
the-
casino money
right.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one real quick. This is,
well spent.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Right, speaking of what the brother was talking about being sharp, yeah, like a sharpshooter, right, and also being like there's a thing that they said it was called jade helm, and they're doing practice runs, practice drills, and then this whole thing with them shooting off the nuclear missiles, making sure that they're ready. That's part of sharpening too, also, right, getting them prepared, right. It's a part of sharpening, and then like the brother was saying, like a sharpshooter, they won't miss. It says, and shall not miss.
That's right. You know, and arrows, man, they're not gonna miss. You know, and basically, those are the Lord's armies. When you know the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, He has many armies. You know, but the main one are this, right?
It's the same missiles, it's the arrows, huh?
Hey, you know what? That's crazy. Because I was just thinking that movie Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
What was it about? With John Travolta.
Warhead.
It was about a nuclear warhead
Stolen.
that went missing. Right. It was stolen.
Yeah.
So Esau knows
They know.
when the scripture says what it says. He knows those arrows because arrows aren't steel. You know, they're not shot out of a silo. You know, they don't
Iron
go
bow.
an iron bow. Right. They don't go from one end of the world to the other.
No.
That's something different. You know.
I didn't get to that part, but yeah.
Yeah.
How about-
Get to it, brother. My bad. We were
when
talking.
when they begin to be shot unto the ends of the world.
That's right. Man, they gonna be shot until the ends of the world. You know, and it's not gonna be nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Oh, he just ran the same way we just ran, huh?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I
Hey,
had brothers
it was
lower.
good, it was good.
Good out, brother. Appreciate it.
Gotta come out again.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going on it?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Verse 14, 2nd Ezra 6:14, it says, for behold, said the plagues are sent.
Oh, okay, God, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
God.
It
It's
says,
like
behold, that's
brother, you good.
It's good,
I
man.
didn't-
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again.
That's right.
Until they come upon the earth.
Wait.
It says the fire is kindled and should not be put out.
And you're not gonna be able to roll over. You know, I know brothers. I've seen The Simpsons, You know, when Homer, when he was on fire trying to roll over, trying to pull out the fire himself. You know what I'm saying?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, yeah,
Drop
yeah,
and
yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but hey, but you're not gonna be able to call a fire truck and stop, drop, and roll. You're not gonna be able to put it out. You know, it's gonna be horrible, man. You know, and that's gonna be like a good old fashioned butt whooping from the Most High, man.
Yeah.
From you being on fire, you're not gonna be able to put it out, man.
It's going to be an intense, if I may, just
brother,
add,
better,
it's
brother.
going to be an intense version of that napalm you used to use on the Vietnamese. You know what I mean? Or that white phosphorus. You know, Esau has had weapons that are outlawed. You know what I mean? By the I think it's the Geneva Convention for their because they don't just their brutality. They don't just kill, they torture you. To be hit with white phosphorus or napalm and have that shit melting while you're dying, but you're being tortured while it's happening. You know what I mean? This is the mentality of this beast that we're set at odds with.
That's right.
I'll read it again. It says, the fire is kindled and should not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
That's right.
It says, like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Man, once some arrows are shot, they're not gonna be able to turn backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna keep going.
Yeah, you got those archers,
That's right, yeah.
man, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
They got good aim, they can shoot far.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, these things gonna be in a whole different level,
That's
man.
right, brother. Yeah, God.
And the fact that the scriptures calls it a plague. What does a plague do? A plague will eat your flesh. You know what I mean? The plague will consume you.
That's right.
And that's what these things are going to do.
Yeah, Zechariah 14 and 12.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
Yes.
they had the black plague, the bubonic plague.
If brothers don't mind.
To add to that, what you're saying, a plague spreads, and it's going to have the besom of destruction.
Yeah.
It's going to spread.
That's his favorite thing.
That's
The
my favorite.
beast of destruction.
The beast of destruction.
Beast
That's
of
right.
destruction.
That's right. Cut.
You got one?
Yeah, brothers don't mind if I could bring one
Yeah,
out.
you good. You good.
Come. It's Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Right, and who's fought against Jerusalem, man? All the nations.
All of it,
everybody.
they all, yeah.
2/3 of our own people.
Huh.
And and Jerusalem, those people who fought the place.
That's right.
Okay, and where's that happen? They fought against this truth, man, right here in so-called America, man.
That's right.
And all the way back to King David.
All the way back to King David.
And then you got the Slakia, you have the imposters fighting against us in our land,
That's
right?
Yeah.
Coming up with with the because that's where the educational system and thing come from, right? The money for it and the way they set up the educational system, right? It started off from a bank called the Bank of Lucifer, right? And the Bank of Lucifer is what really permeated what they're supposed to teach in America. But then a lot of people, that was back in the day, so people got all up about the name being Lucifer, so they changed it from Lucifer to Lucis Trust. Lucis Trust. But most of our school anatomy things come from that bank, Lucis Trust, which comes from the small hats.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know what, too, as well, they're not just fighting us from over there. What did that lady in Chicago? The biggest enemy to Israel today is the so-called
Well, that's
young
what
black- yeah, the
well, that's what they're
young
fighting
black,
for.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're fighting against us here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I got one for you since you brought that up, brother.
Okay.
Isaiah 26 and 10, it says, for the Lord, Slav. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing, man. I thought I turned to 26. Salakia. Yeah. Isaiah 26 and 10, it says, let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
right.
In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, it would not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah. You don't want it?
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, the land of uprightness. Where's the land of uprightness? Over there in the Holy Land, man. You see, they're not beholding the majesty of the Lord. They're teaching against it, man. You know, they don't even acknowledge Yahweh Shai. What do they teach out of the Talmudi? You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
they're not even following the scriptures, man. They got all kinds of
Talbudi.
the Talmudi, man.
Yeah, because that's their whole thing. Is you know they're into male on male, whatever.
Yeah,
little children.
biting,
little children. Yeah,
I'm
doing all sorts of
however they do it, man. I don't know. I have no idea.
If you do something to a little child before a certain age,
Yeah.
it'll come back. You know, I don't even like. You know, it's vulgar though, man. You
It's
know?
nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
that's
that goes all the way back to their Khazarian
Khazarian.
heritage.
Yeah, and they
you know
got
what I mean?
the what is that? Pink City.
Yeah.
All that madness, man.
Yeah.
right. Which is why you understand why the miseducation system, the miseducational in the system is set up through them, right? The what's it called? The pastors, the things like that. It's set up through them because they knew who we were from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? And they wasn't expecting, what they were forgetting about is the Holy Spirit can't be contained.
No.
Even the Lord said it's as the wind.
As
And
the
it
wind.
bloweth, it comes to wherever it wants,
Yeah.
wherever it willeth.
Wherever it willeth.
And now the will is to be here in the ends of the world, right? Raising up, what it said, raise up the tents of Judah first.
Yeah.
And then to the northern kingdom.
Right,
And
yeah.
that's what's happening.
Yeah, because this is a place where they were oppressed together. And the truth came out of where? Out of Harlem, man.
Right.
That's where the truth came out of.
Okay. Can I finish this
Go
real quick, brother?
ahead.
Oh, we got a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start back from the top. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet.
That best them with destruction. That destroying wind.
Yeah.
Mm.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Man.
And that's going to be, I can't even put it into words, man, you know, because, you know, like, hey, when your flesh consuming away, man, you're not going to be able to put that fire out, man. You know?
Nothing you gonna be able to do about it. You're gonna be there everything.
Screaming, you know, until you see nothing but bones, right?
Right.
Right, brother.
And then not to mention the time period that it takes to go from one end of the world to the other. You know what I mean? It says like some of them are going to be like in 20 minutes.
20, 25 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So where you like
Where you gonna go?
Go in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if you had the fastest car, people got what's those
Lamborghinis.
yeah, you got the Lamborghinis, but no,
Bugatti.
everybody got the
Bugatti.
Hebrew and the Hellcat. You're gonna jump in there and have your fringes flown out the I mean, where you gonna go in that 20 minutes?
Hey, that's funny because
Right.
this one that detonates over there, you take off going that way. Another one detonates over there, and you flying into it. You know what I mean? But when you,
I got one.
I just was, you know, like we were saying, you know, that's one plague. America is going to have its hands full because that's not the only plague. This is Zechariah 5:1, and it reads, "And I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Yeah.
Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as in on that side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of the house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof."
That's right.
So, hey, it's another, plague that's going to enter in.
That's right.
You know, so it's going to be destruction on destruction on destruction.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got it real quick. This is Job chapter 20, verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn to cometh out of the body, yea, it glittereth, a glittering sword cometh out of the gall. Terrors are upon him.
We got a brother.
Oh, you see that? Yeah, come. So yeah, that's basically that's the ICBM missiles coming out of the silos, man. It's gonna come through and open up as it goes until it drops down the those nuclear the warheads, right? And then most of them are gonna explode from. It's gonna go up from the sky down, right? And then some of them actually take the. It says that they said they take some of the oxygen out, draws the oxygen out of the. So even that, like, how could you stand in that? Even if you didn't get hit with the, if you didn't even get hit with the fire, the point that it takes the oxygen, you're gonna drop dead from not having oxygen, and then it blows that fire, and then it cooks. Yeah, that beast of destruction, and then it cooks off the flesh while you stand upon your feet.
That's
Right?
right.
You're not even gonna have enough time.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
When it says that one, it says their face should show blackness on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're gonna just see horror.
Yeah.
Right? They're just gonna be. They're gonna be afraid.
Hey, and that begins with the sirens. You know, because as these things begin to enter into our atmosphere,
Right.
you know, all of those sirens will go off. Them sirens that people haven't heard,
Your phone.
the ones that the old ones know what those sirens represent. You know, because back in the day they used to teach you to get under your desk and tuck your head, you know, kiss your ass goodbye. But hey, now we understand that there's no escape from those things, man. And when the scripture says it's going to melt the very elements, what desk, what building, what structure, where you going to get under?
Nowhere to go.
You know, nowhere to go. And then this place on top of that is going to be turned into a lake of fire. You know, because you have so many pipelines and gas lines and different things crisscrossing the United States. You know, it's just one big, fire,
lava
right?
pit.
Lava pit,
Yeah.
right? Not
Lake of fire.
Yeah, and then volcanic.
Yeah.
You know, we're sitting out here on one of the largest volcanic Yosemite. You know, Washington, all of these, you know, this whole region. You know, and then all of these volcanoes are connected in one way or another through underground systems. So when the Most High begins to bring about the devastation of this place, He's going to bring about the devastation of this. The earth, man, what does it say? The earth is going to rock to and fro.
Yeah.
I'm
He said,
gonna get
the
that.
scripture says, "I should not spare. I should have pity." He gonna let loose.
Yeah. Got one real quick.
Got one, brother?
Yeah.
Okay,
It says Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20.
Yeah.
It says, as they gathered silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of a furnace
So it's
to blow the fire upon it,
That's right.
to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger, and in my fury
That's right.
will I leave you there and melt you.
That's right. Hey, man. So, hey, the Lord, you know, is going to melt you 2/3, man. You know, and that's going to,
Yeah, you got 2/3 the nations. All of them could be melted together, man.
that's right. You know, and
Yeah, the true melting pot.
That's right.
Melting pot. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they say, that America is a melting.
Yeah.
America is the melting pot, but they didn't know they were. It was going to be the actual melting pot. It's going to
Well, you know, even Isaiah 34.
Literal.
Isaiah 34 says that it's going to be a big sacrifice.
That's right.
You know, you can have the goat, the sheep, which is 2/3, the goats, Esau, and the rams, man, the kidneys and rams, the other nations. They're all going to be melted.
you got. You the man. I'm
Okay.
holding one too. So
Okay, cut. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country, from end of heaven, even the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai.
What you call
Zechariah.
it? No, it's Isaiah, brother.
It's like it. Isaiah 13, verse 5. They come for a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and the weapons of His indignation to destroy the whole land.
The weapons of his indignation. Right?
That's right.
They're the Lord's weapons.
That's right.
And they come from a far country because they're going to be shot. Okay,
From the ends of the world,
from
yeah.
You know, from all over. You know, like it says, like you read earlier, camp round about her. And they're going to be shot into the ends of the world right here in so-called America.
God.
Yeah, then America got there.
They got theirs too.
Shot
They got theirs too.
to of the world. That's how the earth is going to roll to and fro.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Lord turned some of them around
Yeah,
back
you know,
on them.
and
Or back, you know.
man, that's, you know,
Yeah, because it can't roll to and fro unless there be enough that where it rocks this side.
well, we
then
know
it rocks the
Israel's
other
going to
side.
get rocked
Yeah.
too, so
Yeah,
there will
Israel.
be that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I somehow I feel that the Most High is going
Make
to
'em blow
take
up.
a lot of those that are here,
Blow up in
because
the silos.
America's arsenal is massive.
Oh yeah.
Our arsenal and
Yeah, they're the biggest.
the USSR, well, the USSR has the biggest. Russia has the biggest arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're second.
Yeah, second.
And then I think,
China.
yeah, and then because Israel has an arsenal as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Turkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Con.
Yeah. There's yeah.
Yeah. Verse 6.
Yeah.
How ye, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, is at hand.
Mm.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Yeah. Lord gonna do it. He's doing it.
That's right. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yeah, their minds, man. Imagine the mindset of the people when they see the missiles, they hear the sirens, they see the mushroom clouds.
Yes,
Man, they're gonna be going crazy.
that's right. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Like a woman giving birth, man. You can't even hold a woman's hand when she gives birth. I know.
They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Right, there it
Verse
is.
9, Behold, the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Verse 10, For the stars of heaven and the constellations
Constellations, yeah.
thereof shall not give their light.
Right. All that smoke, man, gonna blot everything out.
The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And it's like, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy come, and the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
The
Yeah.
arrogancy of the proud.
Okay, yeah,
You know what
come,
I mean? Because
Read it
being
again.
proud is a
Just
form.
read it again.
Yeah.
come. I'll read it one time. Verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. You know, so
Esau.
yeah, you're right. You know, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is getting ready to punish, you know, so-called America, Babylon the Great, you know, by thermonuclear missiles. You know, but you know, but Esau too. You know, but man, Esau, you know, he's gonna be punished too. Right?
Spirit
Yeah.
be all in Isaiah right now.
Oh yeah. God, brother, God. Your brother got precepts.
Yeah, yeah.
God.
Go ahead.
He's hiding. I'm hiding my precept.
It is
copy of my
Isaiah
paper.
24, right? I got Isaiah 24 and 17. I'm going to start at 17. And I'll read quickly. It says, Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare.
Right. It's a big trap, man.
Yeah.
Hey, because there's nowhere to go.
Hey, yeah. Escape from a lion and a bear. And
Yeah, bear mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, it says, for the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake.
Right. The windows, the firmament, man. The missile's gonna cut through the sky. Okay, and then they're gonna hit, man.
Man, that's crazy, because some of them are going to be cutting through the sky, and some of them are going to be coming up the back way, those ones that arrive quick.
Yeah.
Remember they came up with those sonic ones? So they don't even
Hypersonic?
they don't have to go up into the atmosphere.
No.
They
He
just
drive straight through.
come straight around the corner on your
Yes,
ass.
the ICBMs, the ones that gotta come out.
Like
out
Jake
of,
said, they bend the corner on your ass. They
Yeah,
gonna
they
be
got the
here in
hypersonic.
no time. Yeah, those hypersonic.
They're
like
fast.
the old ones go up and come down. Those new ones, man, they coming in the back way on your ass. Around. It says the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
And it goes along with the scripture that says the wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, man.
Yeah.
You know, the wickedness is heavy, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not getting, nobody's, well,
They ain't straightening up.
yeah,
Well,
nobody's
the
straightening
elect,
up, man. Yeah.
But the elect.
But the elect.
And that shall fall and not rise again is the end of an age.
Yeah,
The end of an era.
His
You know what
rulership.
I mean? That rulership, that time, and then the new, the earth abideth forever. So, hey, the Most High, through Yahweh Shai is going to, and through his men, the elect, they're going to bring about that transformation, man. Make that earth new again.
Yeah.
Renew. Was it Kainos?
Kainos.
Well, fire is
Kainos.
It's like fire is a cleansing agent,
Right.
So water through the time of Noah, and then now fire.
Fire.
And fire is the best cleansing. Like you see those steam cleaners because it's hot.
Yeah.
It just wipes away grease real easy.
No
And-
soap, no
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah,
No-
you just it's just
no
and then that's
chemicals
just
required.
no chemicals required. Just and it because water needs chemicals. You need a little Dawn or you need something that's kind of wipe away the
Steam,
grease.
not so
With
much.
steam, you don't need that. Yeah.
We'll get these last two verses off
Yep,
this
yep,
real quick,
yep,
if I
yep,
may.
yep.
It says, verse 21, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high,
Right.
and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Elite, so-called elites.
Yeah.
Lucifer, the light bearers.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that goes back to what Yahweh Shai said. He's going to come and take the crowns.
Right.
Right. All the hosts of the high ones on earth.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
the Lord taking their rulership.
He had many crowns upon his head.
Creating
Yeah.
that many crowns, taking all these other societies their rulership. Yeah.
Great ones and lesser ones.
Yeah.
By DJT. You know what I mean? By Felicia. The verse 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. That's gonna
Come when New Jerusalem comes down.
yeah. Pull them up out of there and get your work assignments
Yeah.
for perpetual employment. But
Taking
that-
out the
that-
bunkers.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
non-paid
arrested, yeah.
employment.
Yeah,
They
taking
get
out the
arrested.
bunkers,
They
yeah.
get arrested. Yeah.
Now, you're gonna be well rested out of the
Man.
bunkers. Come on,
Yeah.
you had your
Yeah.
$1 billion bunkers,
That's right.
so you were living in good.
Yeah.
Now it's time to
time.
be in what's squalor? What they call it?
Yeah.
Squalor. Yeah, now it's time for you to
Time
be
to
in
pay the
squalor.
piper.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I got one real quick. It says what? Yeah, it says Isaiah chapter 34 verse 11. But the Cumarin, and the Bitterin shall possess it. The owl also and the ravens shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion, and the stones of emptiness.
Yeah. You got it, brother?
He's good. He's looking up.
Don't we get on? Yeah, because you're not gonna be able to tell where anything was at, man. You ain't gonna say that was Vegas, that was New York City. It's gonna be the land. It's gonna be the lines of confusion. That's all. That's how much the Lord gonna uproot this place, man. Okay, with that devastation.
Well, part of that line of confusion, if I have my ad,
Yeah.
is the Lord said not to move a man's landmarks.
Landmarks, yeah.
And that's confusion because this was all Gad's land. And if to put a land here and put a line here, that's confusion. When the way Gad set it up, he set it up to where you can migrate. Even when they knew part of this was Mexico, even though this was Arizona, California, Texas was part of Mexico, Gad was still, Mexico didn't come over there and say, hey, no, you can't live over here. You can't, like how Esau came and did. No, they allowed them to live on the land and be natural in their natural land. They didn't come mess with them. Even though it was part of Mexico, they didn't mess with them. And which that's why they understand that they were related too, because even now, like I used to work at the tribe and they used to do a run, and they know that they have ancestors all the way down into Mexico. So they would do a run from each tribe all the way up to Arizona. And they do that every year.
The Gad used to follow the migration of the buffaloes as well. That was his food source.
Well, other places well as not just because that's more in the was it the plain lands or what did they call it, where the buffaloes were at? But you had other places where you had migrations of other animals.
Yeah,
And then they didn't have buffalo, but they had whatever
his food
you know,
source.
his food source.
Yeah.
You know?
The stones of emptiness, it ain't none left, man.
Hey,
Well, what did the Lord say? Is it not one stone
should be unturned.
Should be left, whatever.
unturned.
However he says it. Salakia, I know I misquoted it, but
Yeah,
we know that was twofold. They were speaking about
Then, Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem. But now, hey, this place, man.
right, which was given to the northern kingdom, which is basically Israel too.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Hey, y'all hear the latest on that dude that was talking about the indigenous people aren't Native Americans? Did y'all hear that?
Oh yeah.
You know, that kind of puts me in the mindset of that the arrogancy of the proud.
Yeah.
Because their speech is so arrogant. One of those podcasters, him and some other, I think he was with what's that old newscaster dude? They were having a conversation, but he was basically like, I don't like calling them Native Americans because it wasn't America, and you know it's a real. If I can find it, I'll bring it out. But he's real arrogant with the way he's talking. Like this wasn't their land. They came over here, came across the Bering Strait, and they
bullshit.
conquered whoever they conquered.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
the white,
Yeah,
the one
that,
went
but
yeah, well, I
just the
forgot that, yeah.
arrogance of his pride, you know what I mean? His whole speech was just like, make you want to, oh my
Let me
goodness.
finish this up. We've got one more. Real quick.
Yeah,
It says,
yeah.
this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 12. It says, they shall call their nobles, going into what you were saying, thereof, and their kingdom, but none shall be there. And all of her princes shall be nothing, right? And the thrones shall come, and thorns shall come upon her places, her palaces, needles, and brambles in the front.
I think brambles are like those thorns,
Yeah, like thorn bushes.
tumbleweeds.
Yeah,
Like
Tumbleweeds, brambles, okay. Yeah, fortresses thereof, and it shall be the habitation of the dragons and the courts of owls.
You got it, brother.
Okay, yeah, because basically it's going to be a desert, a wasteland.
That's right.
For you know when it says doleful creatures,
Right.
right? As
Yeah.
it says in one of the scriptures.
Right. The satire shall dance there.
Yeah.
Which is it's just the Lord being poetic. There's no such thing as a half goat and half man. You know what I'm saying? It's just the Lord being poetic. Cause there ain't gonna be no people here, man.
That's right.
This is gonna be a dwelling place for the desert creatures.
Komodo dragons.
Yeah.
Vultures.
Vultures.
Yeah.
Basically being facetious too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Like making fun of, like
Oh,
if there would be a man, that man would have to be a satire
Yeah.
in order to be there. But there ain't going to be a man or or anything of a sort unless it is the desert creatures. Yeah.
That's right. God.
Yeah, man. Okay, we'll close out with this because
Yeah.
we're up that time. This is Second Esdras chapter 9, and I'm gonna read this in the Good News Translation.
That's right.
And let me see where I want to start at. Start up at. I'll start in verse 9. Just so it says, "Then those who have ignored my ways and held them in contempt will be surprised when they find themselves in continual torment."
That's right.
They're gonna be that lake of fire. It says, "This will include all those who ignore me while they were alive, even though they had accepted the blessings I gave them." It says, "It will include all those who scorn my law during the time they were free to do so,
That's right.
and all those who refuse to repent when they still had the chance."
Yeah, right.
They blew that grace period.
Is that NLT?
GNT.
GNT? Oh yeah, that's it.
That's the NLT, man.
Last verse. It says, "The torment they will have to suffer after death will force them, listen, to recognize the truth."
Hey, man, it's going to be a good old-fashioned ass whooping by the Most High. And, hey,
back
gonna-
in the kingdom humble.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
then,
right.
then should they know it death by pain?
Yeah, that's same
Oh,
scripture, but it's
okay.
in the GNT.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah,
Okay,
kinda.
okay, that's what made me think
Yeah.
of that. But okay, I didn't know
That makes me think
Definition
about
of death by pain, yeah.
Isaiah the 9th chapter when it says, "How long, O Lord?" It says to all the cities. You know, how long are these people going to be in that mindset of being off? You know,
Yeah,
To,
that's
to the
right.
city,
Till the
be
city
overthrown,
be desolate,
overthrown,
man.
Yeah, desolate.
That's right.
then they're going to know it's going to be too late.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but
Man, but hey, well, you know, we hope this lesson was edifying, and want to close out by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to head apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect.
right.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.